Hey everybody, it's Tom, and we're finally back with a haul video. Just turning down my radio a little bit. So yes, we're back with another haul video. Flea market finds and a couple books from my local shop, and a trade that I made with a fellow YouTuber, PGH Comic Expert. We're actually in the process of doing our third trade as well. But as you guys remember, if you saw my last video, I said anybody who would leave a comment on the video would be entered to win this autographed Strangers in Paradise. And I think I'm going to do that every video, just give away just some, token book as a little thank you for watching. And all you're going to have to do is just leave a comment. So I had like maybe 14 comments. If you want to know how many, just go back and look at my last video. But I already cut them up and put them all in this little Iron Man head. And the winner for the Strangers in Paradise is Longshanks 78. So Longshanks, if you see this video, just send me a message and the book is yours. For this video here, if you leave a comment, this is just the random book I'm going to give away. Bloodshot number 7, first appearance of Ninjak in costume. So that'll be available. My next haul video will have that. Been watching Luke Cage. I'm not sure how many of you have been watching it. I would imagine most of you have. I really enjoyed it. It's my custom Luke Cage that I made back when I'm doing action figures. This was a wrestling figure, one of the Dudleys, Devon, I believe. So yeah, I turned him into Luke Cage. But I really enjoyed the show. I just finished it last night, and it was really good. Looking forward to the next season of Daredevil and then the Defenders eventually. But on with the show. Went to the flea market today and picked up those books that you see there on the right. Not sure if I overpaid for all the books that you'll see in that little pile there, but I'll do those books at the end. First, I want to just show some of the other books that I've picked up. Picked up Hillbilly number 3 and number 2. He's got, I have on order Hillbilly number 1, the reprint. Found this for $1. Anytime I can find a Silver Age book in really nice condition for, just a handful of dollars, I'll pick it up. And this is in really nice shape, and I like all the colors going on, the greens, the reds, the yellows. Dennis the Menace number 99. I think it's from 1968 it was. It was only $1. Here's another pretty cool dollar find. Justice League Dark number 1. When I took it up to the counter, I thought he was going to charge me more than the $1 because it was in the dollar bins, but he had a $5 sticker on it. So I got this for $1, and I looked it up online. It's going anywhere from $12 to $20. Another dollar find. Marvel Superheroes number 15, featuring Medusa. It's definitely got some condition issues. It's got some dirt on it, water damage. But it was only $1. I figured it'd be a nice read. Plus, it's got reprints of Golden Age, Captain America, and Submariner stuff. So, I thought I'd give that a read. Another $1 book. He's got a box full of what he calls kid books, and I found this in there, Reggie and Me. It's from 1970, and it was only $1, and it's in really nice condition. It's in better shape than a lot of my superhero books. So I grabbed that. Dave Stevens, another Dave Stevens cover for my collection. Seduction of the Innocent, found that for $1 at the shop. And then I've been on a little bit of an Eric Powell kick since meeting him at Baltimore Comic-Con. So if he's back there next year, I'm going to get him to sign these, maybe do a sketch for me. Action Comics number 857 for $1. Anytime I find a J. Scott Campbell book in the dollar bins, I'm going to grab it. Unfortunately, it's not a Mary Jane cover, but it's still Spider-Man J. Scott Campbell number 33 or 474 according to the original run for $1. Found a Star Trek book, which I'm actually going to send to my friend Matt. He's a big Star Trek fan. Not as big as he is into Star Wars, but he still likes Star Trek, so I'm sending that his way. Action Comics 856, another Eric Powell cover and work on this book. So this book, I've been having, when it first came out, I had trouble finding it. Even a week or two later, I couldn't get my hands on one. Now I've got 3 copies of this. My shop said that he had it for me. He found one and he was going to hold it for me for $7. I was like, okay, sure, I'll take it. And in the interim, I came across 2 copies for less than cover price. I couldn't back out on him, so I had picked this up for $7. Some 50-cent finds. James O'Barr, The Crow, Dead Time #1. This I found for $1 at one of my locals. I don't know if it was misbagged or not, but picked it up for $1. First print, pretty sure. Yep, first print. Some books that I got in trade with Brian, PGH Comic Expert. Got a couple of Hellboy compilations. One of them is upstairs. I started reading. I haven't finished it yet, but I got this other one from him as well. So I went to GameStop the other day, down by the flea market. I'd never been to this GameStop before, and I went to see if they had any comics, and sure enough they did, and they had some pretty good ones in there. Ones that came out a while ago, and I was surprised they still had them. Guardians Team Up #10, the Expo 2015 exclusive, with Deadpool on the cover. And this is the one I was glad to find. I found 2 copies of this. They still had this there. Secret Wars #1, the Greg Horn cover with Thanos. I was looking for this when this had first come out. I went to like 3 or 4 different GameStops and couldn't find them. I had the online version that has the superheroes on the other side, but didn't have this. I couldn't find it, but now I got 2. And it's funny, he charges you to sign this particular book, so I probably will not be getting these signed because I'm cheap. But still glad to have these. Some other books that I got from Brian in our trade. Wonder Woman #8 from the new 52, slowly putting this set together. Moon Knight from volume 2, or I think it's 2, #42. Moon Knight #4 from volume 1, and #11. And then I'm into Bone, the comic. So I always get the numberings confused because it was with cartoon books and with Image. But this is one that I didn't have, from Cartoon Books, #41 and #40. #34, #38. This is like a Virgin cover. Issue number 37. #44, #39, #36, #35, #33. #9 from Image. So I made a nice little dent in my Bone collection there. The Harley Quinn Neil Adams variant for #25. And then he threw this in, Iron Man #13. And this is my 3rd copy of Amazing Spider-Man #15. Anybody's looking for this book, I have at least one available for trade. This is a book I wish I had at Baltimore Comic-Con, Emma Frost #1. Almost done putting that little series together. And then some Alias books for my Alias run. #9, #11. Thought there were some other ones. This was the main book in the trade between us. Spider-Man number 90, the death of Captain Stacy. I was glad to get that. And Amazing Spider-Man number 307, nice McFarlane cover. Captain Marvel number 16, the first appearance of Flea. I always get the name wrong. And Batman number 50 from the new 52. Slowly getting there, putting that run together. Oh, and here's some of the other Alias books. Number 4. Number 6. Number 7. Number 12. Number 23, and that was it. So a link to Brian's channel will be in the pop-up there. So thank you very much, Brian. I'm looking forward to getting our third trade done. Looking forward to putting all these books away. So 2 weeks ago, I went to the flea market, and my usual guy bought a huge collection of stuff, and he had this in there, and I think I paid $25 or $30 for this. I finally got a copy of the first appearance of Power Girl that I'm happy with. It's really in decent shape. I'd say like 7 or an 8. I mean, it's not flawless, but it's definitely better than the other copies that I had. So this is a copy that I'm happy with. I don't have to really hunt this book down anymore. It's got some issues there, but it presents nicely, and I'm happy to have it. I'm big into my Marvel magazines. Sorry, I'm just trying to move the tripod around. And I found a guy outside that had some magazines on a table, and he wanted $2 a piece. I wound up getting three for $5. So I got Monsters Unleashed number 4, Marvel Super Special number 9 with Conan and Red Sonja in color. And I bought this because I remember the TV special when I was a kid. I only remember that there was one. I can't remember much about it, but this is dedicated to that. It also has something to do with the animated Lord of the Rings in here. I haven't read it yet, but I plan on checking this out soon. Anything I can find from Star Wars from the late 70s, early 80s, I'll pick up. Found this at my local. It was in the quarter bin. It's beat to hell, but it reproduces some of the original EC books. So I figured at 25 cents, why not? It would be a nice read. And I actually liked the back cover better than the front cover, so I displayed it on the back. It's definitely got some water damage, and it's just been abused, but it's a nice reader, and for a quarter, why not? So this is something that I'd never seen before. It's a British import, magazine size, Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back. It came out in, let's see, 1981, and it was 40 pence, but I got it for $3. It's in really nice shape, and I'd never seen anything like this before, and I figured, if you've never seen something before and you just, that's the time to buy it, is, you see something that you've never seen before. So I grabbed that as well. Nothing overly spectacular there, but still some nice books for my collection. So getting to the books that I picked up today, I went to the flea market. It was 2 weeks ago. I had come across a book from my, the guy that I buy from, and he was holding it for me, and he wanted $40 for it. During the week, I messaged him and asked him if he would, go down to 30 on it, and he told me he couldn't because somebody came by and offered him 60 on it, but he held it for me because he told me he would. So I got it for 40. So let's take it out. Let's take a look. This was a dollar find, just a Moon Knight book I did not have. I finally found a copy of this. I was looking to pay $1 or less for a copy of this, and I finally found one. Deathmate Black on the first appearance of Gen 13. So I was glad to finally get this off my list. Action Comics number 405. So all the books that you're about to see now, I paid a total of $70 for. Those two plus all of these here. Action Comics 405, Neil Adams cover. Adventure Comics number 413. The reason why I bought this, it's got a Zatanna story, and I'm a Zatanna fan. I don't know what the hell Supergirl's wearing here. It looks like she's wearing like her long johns or something. But I picked this up. It was only like $1 or $2. Superman number 243, and I'm actually already traded that book away, plus the first Action Comics that I had shown there. Iconic cover, or well-known cover. He reproduced this cover recently. It's got some condition issues, but for the price it was, I couldn't pass up on it. It's not a horrible condition by any means. This was one that I was glad to find. Superman number 252, Neil Adams cover. It's one of those square-bound books. It's got this, you know, the spine's got some issues on it, but it's a wraparound cover. If you've never seen this book before, I'll just show it to you real quick. Comic fan loves the sound of that tape pull. It scares me, actually. So here we go. There's the back cover. You know, it's definitely been well read. But, you know, in high grade, this book's like $50 or more. And it does some reprints of some early DC appearances. So I'm glad to pick this up. I'm not the biggest Superman fan. Who knows, maybe someday I'll trade it. So you got that. Rebag that later. I bought this more for the Wonder Woman than Superman, World's Finest number 204. I really like that 70s Wonder Woman thing that was going on. Every time I see her in the white getup, it just screams 1970s for me. And it's got a date stamp on it from June of 71 on the front cover there, so I thought that was kind of cool. And it's in really nice shape. I wouldn't say high grade, but mid-grade, it's okay. Now the last two books are the money books of the haul. Daredevil 131, paid $20 for this book. It looks like another book was sitting on top of it for a long time, and they stuck together and it pulled apart. I don't know if this is residue from the other book, or the other book pulled off some of the paper from the cover. But still, I'm happy with this. You know, I budget myself where I don't really spend a lot on books, though I spent $70 today. This is not a book that I probably would have paid full boat for in high grade. 'Cause I'm a casual Daredevil fan. But I'm glad to have this for 20 bucks. I actually will throw this up on my comic wall at some point. And so I'm happy with this book. So the next book that I'm going to show is a book, as I said, when I saw it last week or 2 weeks ago, I kind of got caught up in the moment. I was glad to come across it and was hoping to pick it up for the right price. And here it is. Avengers number 8, the first appearance of Kang. This book is maybe a 3. Is that being generous? I'm not sure. It's got water damage right down here. There's a piece missing there. And it's got a serious spine roll. I think if I had paid $30 for this book, I would not have batted an eye about it. I don't know if a pressing can fix this spine roll without detaching the cover. Those of you who are experts on that, can kind of let me know if you don't mind in the comments. And would a cleaning help this book? I don't know if you can see, there's some dirt there. And here's how bad the spine roll is on the back. And there's some, you know, the mold or the dirt residue on that. You know, again, this is a book that I would never even consider buying at $100, you know, in high grade, just because that's just not the way I collect. I'm happy to own the book because I have now Avengers 6, number 8, number 9, and number 11. So I got some early Avenger appearances. Yeah, 11, 6, 8, and 9. Here's number 8, the first appearance of Kang. You know, he's a major villain. Who knows if he ever appears in the movies, this book will take off even more. I looked online, and you know, this book did go, there was not a copy below $60, no matter the grade. So maybe I did okay by paying $40 for this. So what do you guys think? What would you have paid $40 for that book, or $20 for the Daredevil? And like I said, I have no regrets for this $20 on the Daredevil. It's just some of the luster wore off of this book, I guess today when I actually went to pay for it. I was looking forward to picking it up for 2 weeks, and then I guess I thought the condition was, I remembered the condition being slightly better than it was, but I definitely couldn't back out of it after he was holding it for me for 2 weeks, and like he said, he could have sold it for $60. So that's my haul. I do have a few other books that I'm going to hold off for another video because I'm not sure when I'll be able to buy books again. I have a con coming up in April in New Jersey here that I plan on attending, and hopefully I'll score some books there. So I got to start saving up and not dumping $70 on some books that I have regrets over. Thank you guys for watching. 8 subscribers away from 1,200, and I think that's just absolutely amazing. Thank you everybody who takes the time to watch and like my videos. So if you're watching this video, if you like what you see, just do a thumbs up, thumbs down if you don't like it, and if you're here for the first time, just hit that subscribe button. And again, for every comment that's left on today's video, I'll raffle this book off. Like I said, I'm gonna do this every video, just raffle off some random book or signature or something like that. And till next time, guys, take care, and again, thanks for watching.